Well, a good late morning to you all here in Las Vegas, and welcome to the Rio All Suite Hotel and Casino. It's the first stop of 2025 in the Predator Pro Billiards Series. 8 events showcased over the next 10 plus days. For the focus of our attention here on table number 2, a high-powered matchup to be sure. It's the Kamui Las Vegas Men's Open. And a ton of storylines. Alex Pagulayan there on your picture just to the right, and he's up against a Filipino superstar in the making, Mark Estiola. Well, I'm Jim White, joining you from Toronto, Canada, and to walk us through this match all the way from France with me will be Ben Belhausen. Welcome on board, Ben. This is going to be a great ride.
Hi, Jim. Yeah, this is going to be a great matchup with two Filipino monsters. One, of course, is a legend of the games. We already know him. He's a worldwide famous Pagulayan, probably one of the most complete players, all-around players on earth. And the other guy is a youngster from Philippines, really tough guy. And it's going to be a great match, I believe.
Well, just to give you the lay of the land, it's going to be a best of 3 sets, each set a race to 4. And if in the third set we get to hill, well, the shootout. And that's where you check your nerve at the door. We play down to the last 32 where it becomes single elimination, Ben. Sorry.
Yeah. Great drama, great format, actually, for both the players and the viewers. It's really great. So let's give it a go.
Yeah, buckle up. Mark Estiola, the junior of these two stars, at the table with the break. I mentioned there are a lot of storylines. Well, one of them is going to be very evident soon. You're going to see on the back of Mark's shirt, it says Pagulayan. Well, don't be confused as the lion himself comes out of his chair to the table, but Mark is here actually sponsored by Alex Pagulayan. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, no kidding. He initially was intended to spend time in Canada, elected to go down to the States instead, but he likes the action, does young Mark, and there's a ton of it down there.
Yeah, I've noticed quite high finishes this year and last year in tournaments in the US. And I also check his Fargo, which is a really accurate rating for pool players worldwide, and is also really high. It's, I believe, 775, which is maybe one of the top 150 players in the world. So for sure, is a great player, and it's going to be a great match. So push out call here by Pagulayan, and Estiola gave it back. It's always interesting, those type of situation, because it involves strategy, and yeah, great shot there from the Lion.
Yeah, you kind of led me into this next phrase. I don't think that Mark wants to get into a chess match with Alex, because tactically there aren't many players in the world can live with Alex Pagulayan. You already mentioned how sound he is with all cue sport disciplines. A lot of people don't know he's a multi-time Canadian snooker champion as well, and he's been playing a lot of snooker up in Canada the last few weeks.
Yeah, really complete player, an all-around player in pool. He also play A-ball, so probably one of the most complete players in American pool of all time. I mean, he can play any game. He recently went really deep in the Derby 9-ball, and is probably one of the best one-pocket player in the world. So smart guy, funny guy also, which is great.
Yeah, his cell phone doesn't ring too often for one-pocket matchups, that's for sure. Well, Alex had Mark in a lot of trouble there, and the Massey shot attempted and failed, so ball in hand to Alex. We'll survey the situation, and Everything's in the open, but not easily attainable.
Yeah, the 7 ball is a big ball here. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that he would push the cue ball behind that 7 ball, sending the 1 ball up table to connect it with the 2. Just like that. Would be easier now. And it's a tough kick because the 1 ball is in the middle of nowhere, so it's really a small ball to kick at. Yeah, this is really tough to judge when the cue ball is so close to the short rail and the ball to kick is so small.
Yeah, a little different lay now, though. The 1 and 2 in the same area of the table. The 3 still presents a little bit of a problem from the 2 to the 3. But he's leaving himself the perfect angle. He can float the cue ball up, play the 3 into the side, and you wouldn't want to bet he won't get out from here.
Yeah, probably. The area of the 3 ball, the position for the 3 ball is pretty wide because he could play into the side pocket as you mentioned, but he also could have played it in the top right corner pocket. So, but he came short.
Yeah, that was a poor effort for Alex, and he'd be the first to admit it, I'm sure. Well short of where he needed to be. But he does have his opponent on 2 fouls, remember?
Yeah, I don't know if he sees the 3, but anyway, it's going to be an easy jump shot, maybe. Oh, he sees it, so that's great. But the jump shot would have been a good option also. Okay, he sees the entire 3, so he's just going to stop the ball and send the 3 ball up table using the 10, which he did great. This is where
Alex
we can
was
see
probably...
the Filipino ability. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say Alex is probably pretty happy to get out of Toronto when he did. He missed about 1.5 feet of snow. Headed down to Las Vegas in preparation for a series of events that he'll be taking place in.
First opportunity for Estiola. See how he handled the 3 to the 4. I don't know if he got it. Yeah. Looks like he was a little bit short on this. I don't know if he can make it on the bottom right. We'll see. Yeah, he tried to kill the cue ball behind the 7, but that was a touchy shot. And it looks like both players had a shaky start, but...
Well, we know that early 10s are rack winners, and Alex is looking at the 4-10 here. Try to secure rack number 1.
Taking his time calling the extension to try to win that first game on this combo. Yeah, that's
and
great
it's center
shot
the
there.
pocket, 10 down, and the opening rack goes to Pagalayan, the correct Alex Pagalayan, with his name on the back of his shirt. He was in control of this rack and left it a little bit loose and gave Mark a chance, but in the end he came good, so it's 1-0 to Alex.
Yeah, actually small mistakes from both players in the first game, but as I said, it's already a winners round 1, so the winner of this match will get into the winners qualification to enter the last 32. So the pressure is coming.
Yeah, the pressure never stops coming. That's the difference
Yeah, exactly.
between these top players. Ben, they're able to go out there and maintain that high level of focus that's needed at this professional standard. Kind of get out of their own way because they're all so mega talented. They really make this game look easy. Rack number 2.
Yeah. I always witness how smart players like Pagulayan handle the break, and it looks like he chose to play a soft break here. I don't know if he did the previous match, but that's interesting to see. Maybe he tries to dive into some kind of tactical match.
Pushing into a jump, and very quickly Alex with the jump cue out.
Didn't leave a wide open shot, but still a good opening. Actually leaves a kind of a free shot for Estiola because he knew that if he would have missed that one, he would have used all those brokers to play safe. Great kick there. You see all the ability, the legendary ability of Filipinos to kick at balls. And this is how you win games. To shift the momentum when you're in trap, then you'll be able to kick at balls and resave your opponent. That makes a huge difference.
Well, he didn't escape that trap. The ball in hand for Alex. And Alex has turned into somewhat of a businessman now, too, with this Pagulayan trademark. And if you're looking for any accessories of any kind, just hit pagulayan.com and chalk. It's got some really nice apparel. I know it adorns a lot of pool players up in Toronto.
Great shot there from Alex on the one ball. It kind of opened up a little bit the 6 and 9 and the 4-10 also. So that was a great shot there. The 4 to the 5 is tricky though.
Oh, that's a bad miss. Just trying to float that one in and hold for position to the 4, and I think he just had his attention diverted somewhat, but that was a bad miss. Very uncharacteristic from Alex. As
And
I
now
said,
he
there's a lot of
offers.
storyline. Sorry, Ben. There's
Sorry,
a lot
he
of
offers the.
storyline.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, just so you know at home, I mean, I'm in Toronto, Ben's in France, so we're not side by side. being able to tell when the other person is going to speak. So if we do speak over each other every now and then, and it's going to happen, I do apologize. But Ben, you go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, thanks, Jim. I was going to say that he left the three ball in a position where Estiola could have the right angle on the four to go to the five, so that was crucial in this rack. But he came up short on the four, so the rack is not already over.
Yeah, I'm sure Alex is happy to get back to the table, though, after that bad miss. But I was about to say earlier that there's so many storylines here. There's a little added pressure, between these two. You sponsor a player to come to North America and compete at the highest level. And the second round of one of these major events, and who do you run into but the man that helped bring you over? Just not easy.
Yeah. But you saw for the second time in this rack, Alex was in a tough situation, and by a genius kick, he kind of reversed the rack to his advantage. So this is what world-class players do often. That makes a huge difference when you're able to shift the momentum when you're in a tough situation to win games. That's what it is all about.
Steady shot there.
Yeah. Because many players know how to run racks. I mean open racks, but when it comes to kicking and jumping, and then it's a different story. Only the best make the difference.
Yeah, and I noticed too in all of my years of commentating that these top players, they know when to attack, when to defend, decision making, and being able to weigh up rewards and risks. Well, that one certainly
Exactly.
wiped its feet before going in. And the 10 ball down and a 2-0 lead secured by Pagalian. Always smiling. Always enjoying himself. If there's anybody that enjoys life more than Pagalian, I haven't met them.
Yeah, and that's great to see because, all that tension, pressure, and this sport, try to make a living out of it professionally. It's really amazing to see how he stays cool and relaxed and always friendly, and that's really amazing.
Well, I think the Filipinos epitomize, for me, just having a short memory. And you see so many of them after a match, you really don't know if they've won or lost. They just never carry any baggage. It's on to the next event, on to the next city. And I think that's what makes them all champions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Third rack, a 2-0 lead. Welcoming Pagalian to the table to break.
Yeah, soft break to really try to make the one ball on the side. That's what he did here. It looks to be a good choice. It's gonna go rail first here.
Yeah, he might have got away with that. Did he get lucky, and can he get through to this 3? Because he really trusted the
Yeah.
luck the way that he played that.
Yeah, I was surprised of the speed he used on that shot. I thought it would go short, long, and try to go on the other side of the table to cut the 3, but he played it really hard and fast.
He elected to try and play between the 8 and 9 to attack the 4, and he didn't get there. Just got the point of the side pocket again. He's having a little trouble getting into gear, and he's still 2-0 in front, so it's kind of ominous signs for young Mark. He's got Alex struggling, and he's still 2-0 down.
And see what he's gonna do with this kick. He got away with it. I thought he would have played like 2 rails, but he really tried to make good contact, tried to make good things happen. Looks like he's gonna split the balls there. Try to send the 4 ball on the short rail. Like that. Great shot there. That was a great kick again from Alex here. He elected to play 2 rails and try to clip the 4. That's what he did, actually.
Well, that might be a very useful touch on the 8. Yeah, definitely a little love on that 8 ball there.
Absolutely. He's going to play the 5 off the 6 on the side pocket. The thing is to try to control the 6 like on the short rail like this, which is really good. Good shot there.
And you start to get a little glimpse of what Mark is capable of.
That's a kind of risky to play those type of shots on new cloth. You see the cue ball, how it slides a lot after the second rail. You went a little bit too far, but it's still okay.
Yeah, no danger whatsoever. Mark Estiola secures rack number 1 for him, a 2-1 lead to Pagalion. But Mark will break in rack number 4. Quick look at the statistics associated to the first 3 racks in this match.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes here and there.
pretty well says how the match has unfolded. 14 balls pocketed to 9 and a 2-1 lead.
Yeah,
And
the
Alex has
small
drawn.
advantage to Alex is really the kick and the safeties, which make a little difference in the score.
Exactly true. You know, the fouls that have been extracted. But he can turn it around quick. Winner breaks.
Yeah. So obviously when the break is working like this, like a big pop, good control of the cue ball, not so hard. Opening shot on the 1, so that's great. 6 and 8 are tied up though.
Yeah, the 6 is definitely the problem ball here. And already Mark will have identified that.
It's going to try to go into the 2 balls, which is really aggressive and risky, but try to tie up the match and keep the momentum. As we said, it's win or break. Oh no, he didn't. I think that's a better choice, because now he's going to try to catch the line of the 6 to stop the ball behind the 8 and send the 6 ball flying around the table, 3 rails. Or even try to bank it, maybe. Yeah, he catch that line perfectly. So now it's going to be a stand follow. Just a hair. And if he can make the 6, then he'll have a shot at the 7.
Kept the cue ball behind the 8, but didn't negotiate the traffic with the 6. So not sure whether Alex can get through to this 6. But Mark wanted it a lot harder than this.
Yeah. Try to create distance between the balls, but he might not be happy by leaving the 6-9 combination here. Quite easy. That was a great speed to play that combination. Made it look easy, really. Control the 6 ball.
The Achilles heel of many a pool player is the bridge. And I can tell you firsthand that the man coming to the table right now is probably one of the best bridge players out of all the pool players on the planet. That born simply from all his time playing snooker.
Yeah. And again, a couple of mistakes here and there. Estiola missing that ball, that 6 ball using the bridge. And then Alex playing a poor safety here, leaving an open shot on the 6 ball on the side. So kind of back and forth opportunities. Oh, that's a great shot there. Maybe they're both a little bit nervous because they are rooting for the same team, I would say. It's always difficult to those type of situation.
I think that's exactly true, Ben. The first 4 racks have been split. So hand in hand, they head to the finish line in this opening set. Race to 4, remember. Best 2 out of 3 sets.
And the official equipment for this 8 events festival is the Predator Apex 9-foot tables with the Predator Arcadia Reserve Cloth, the Arcos II balls, the Aeoracks, and the Predator bridges. We also will have a sponsors and partners for those events, as Predator Group, Kamui, Yalin, Little Monster, Samsung TV Plus, Box Billiards, Van Billiards Corporation, and Q Sports International.
Well done, Ben. Get all the legalities out of the way. So many moving parts to make an event successful. We talk about it all the time, but a lot of people involved that all share in the success of these events.
Yeah, and it's also really great to have the idea to put other games and other type of events like banks, like one pocket face off, like the wheelchair exhibition, the women's open, the mixed doubles. It's really great. Oh, interesting situation there because he pushed out and leaving like a straight in shot on the one. Of course, I don't believe it passes in on the top left, but he can't also stop the ball behind the 6 because the one ball would go into the 9. So it's kind of a question that he asks, and maybe just gonna cross corner this one. Yeah, like that. Oh, we almost made it. Great shot there. And again, a great shot. Knowledgeable Alex Pagulayan. Amazing control there. Really want to have the right angle on the 6 to get down table for the 7.
Might have to pop this one in. Looks like he's got a little angle though. No, he did.
That's also a great line to catch the 8 on the side. Really safe, really great margin here.
You know, we talked about how difficult it is playing someone that's also a teammate, but it's also difficult playing someone that you probably looked up to very much as you were growing up and learning to play pool. Maybe someone that you might have modeled your game after. That can't be easy either.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Pagulayan is kind of an icon for Filipinos, just like Efren or Bustamante or Parica. And of course they're all models, so it might not be easy to play against.
Yeah, just a host of Hall of Famers. All players that you get to sit down and watch hours upon hours and learn from, as Alex did certainly with the great Efren Reyes. I remember doing an event many years ago, Ben, in Cardiff, and Alex was actually playing Efren on one of the outside tables. This is the World Championships, I'm going to say, in the late 90s. And I don't remember who the TV match was, and that actually says a lot. But Alex was playing Efren. They had about 3 times as many people on the practice table watching Alex play Efren as we had in the TV arena for the main match.
Yeah, of course, this is really legends of the game, and there are so many Filipinos. I talked about Bustamante, Efren, of course, but also Dennis Orcolio, Carlo Biado, all legends of the game, and all Filipinos. And now we have the youngsters, the new generation like Johan Chua, James Aranas. Really great legacy for those players. He failed
Alex
to pocket the one ball on the side.
Yeah, still with the soft break.
Yeah. He's really tried to make the one on the side using low left, but it didn't work this time. And again, push out situation, which is really interesting in rotation games. It's really strategy like first 2 shots like chess. It's really interesting.
Looking at the corner bank. Cue ball will be tracking down towards the same end of the table as the 2.
Yeah, so it's a kind of a free shot here. So the push out is a little bit careless because he left the bank, but also the possibility for Alex to hide the cue ball. So it's never easy to do a good push, because if you leave something that's too hard, your opponent is gonna give it back. So it's never easy.
Chance at the 2 up to the top right. And again, cue ball tracking right over the other side of the table for the 3.
Great shot there. Clean
again,
into
remember,
the pocket.
This was from a push out. This opportunity from a push out, and you mentioned it right away, Ben. It might not have been the smartest push out from mark there.
Yeah, but this is really tough. I mean, as I said, if you leave something too hard, then he's a smart player, and Alex won't play something too hard. And if you leave something like a two-way shot, like he did, he made the bank. So it's really tough to play against against this guy, obviously.
Well, he's got this rack in the first set by the throat. Wow.
Oh wow.
Right when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. What a horrible shot from Alex. He had so much room for error there.
Yeah, because he puts some inside, and it slows down the cue ball a lot. So that's why he came up short. Do you think he's gonna go for the combo now?
He's called the 9 already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe it's the right shot there, because it's very close to the ball. He's very close to it. So and this is where the shot clock comes into play, because I don't know if those kind of players are really used to the TV arena and the shot clocks, but looks like he had his extension and he didn't take it.
Alex played that just in case the 5 followed the 9 in. Bumped the 6 and steady cueing required here. Now you can't see him fail now. And for the opening set, this 10. Set number 1 goes to Alex Pagulayan, 4-2. A few hiccups in that one, but Ben, he's home and dry.
Yeah, he deserved to win this set. He played a little bit better, doing less mistakes, breaking the balls smart, play a couple of good safeties and kicks. So he deserved that win. And I'm personally impressed by the way he can switch from deep focus to talking and laughing and saying hello to people in the crowd like he just did. And that's really an amazing ability to switch, because doing this he can have rest, his mind can rest a little bit to focus deeper on the next shots. So this is really a good way for him to go back and forth into the game.
He's easily one of the most approachable of all the top players in the world. Always got time for the fans, always got time for his fellow competitors. When he's up in Toronto, does a lot of his practicing at Le Spot Billiards, and good friends of mine, owners at Le Spot. I know that Marco and the boys are probably tuned in watching Alex here, and always cheering him on. They were all there front and center and glued to the TV sets when Alex won the world title. I feel like saying 2005. I hope I'm right. I should know. I commentated the match, but he's got so many fans all over the world.
Yeah, for sure, one of the top 5 all-around players of all time. And this time one ball went. So good opportunity to start the set for Alex. Yeah, that's nice. Easy control the kiss to stay on the 3 ball. But I'm sure he would have liked the 4 ball to hang in the bottom left, so that it could have reached the 5 easier. Now we got a little trouble with the cue ball, but he did it perfectly.
Yeah, I mentioned a little earlier, Ben, that Alex had been playing a bit of snooker. He was spending some time out in Calgary, and he was doing exhibitions in Calgary at a real nice club there called the Leather Pocket with Francisco had joined Alex. I mean, the weather was cold. I wonder what they were thinking about being in Calgary in mid-January. There's better places to be, I'm sure, in terms of getting a suntan. But they had a great time there, and it's quite a Filipino community in Calgary, and they're all good players. But
Yeah,
he
he
played
also
in a
played a
snooker
snooker
tournament
tournament, if I'm
there.
right. Yeah, that's it.
He
That's it,
did. Yeah, he lost to the eventual winner, I believe, a guy named Albert Kenny, a transplanted Irishman who lives in Calgary now. And then he ended up having a money match against Albert Kenny, and he beat him 9-6. Then he came
Wow.
back to Toronto and had another money match playing snooker against Sahil Nair, who was going to be going over to play on the Pro Tour. And he lost that one. So he's 1-1 in money matches on the snooker table. Another bad miss from him in an open ball,
Yeah.
and you're just not accustomed to seeing Alex miss open shots like that.
Yeah, it's always amazing to see when you play a game like snooker, which is obviously more difficult, I mean, in terms of accuracy. And when you play that well, and you come to the pool table with wider pockets, and you still miss balls because it's a tough game, manipulating the cue ball and the pressure, and it's never easy.
I've told a lot of people when Alex started playing snooker, shortly thereafter, he won the World 9-Ball title. He's a talented individual, but he's missing too many balls here. Mark Estiola taking advantage of a miss from Pagulayan there, securing the opening rack in the second set. But I can promise you that Alex won't carry that with him very long. He'll be back at the table and looking to put things right. Have you ever played any snooker yourself, Ben?
No, but actually I took lessons with Alex Lely, which obviously is learn how to be a snooker coach. So I kind of study all the alignment and the stance of the snooker, because obviously this is the most difficult game. I mean, accuracy wise. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really interesting and powerful for pool to have a snooker background, just like Kachi, for example. It's really strong.
Well, I didn't know that Kachi had a snooker background as well.
Yeah, and the small brother Claudio comes from snooker also.
I knew I liked their games.
Yeah,
I don't know
very
why.
strong technique. Probably one of the most compact player on the tour, Kachi.
push out. No clear look to the 2. Just wants to be a little bit more careful in pushing out against Pagulayan now. He got sent back to school earlier in this match.
Yeah, obviously a push out for safety. But the thing is, how hard is this? So obviously this is a kick from the short rail using English and try to stick the cue ball there. But I don't know if it's possible with the angle he has. So that's what he's looking at. The speed is also important. Yeah, that's a perfect hit, but hit the 4 ball on the way. Good try there. Almost made it, but I think I left a window here in between the 7 and the 9-10.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm sure Mark is too. That 2 stayed on the table. Looked like he hit it as good as he could. Alex has a look at this.
Oh, great shot there. You see how he stays down on that ball, rolling it. This is great. And as we said earlier, he might have recovered from that bad miss on the 8, and he's probably gonna run this rack.
The poor world lost a real good friend of the sport and a real good friend of Alex Pagulayan not too long ago, Danny DiLiberto, and I want to send out condolences to all of Danny's family and friends, and what a gentleman he was. I had so many great times spending countless hours in the commentary box with Danny, and I know Alex was pretty upset when Danny passed away. But he had a life to be proud of.
That's a big loss, obviously. Yeah. I had actually my best friend who died almost 2 years ago now, who was a student of Danny, and Danny was his mentor. Maybe you know him. It's Stefan Cohen from France also.
I know. I didn't know Stefan had passed away.
Yeah, 1 year and a half ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, the poor world has so many friends, and
yeah. And so he was really close to Danny. So for me, it's like 2 big losses for all of us, because the French community was really. I mean, Stefan was the leader of our community, so.
Yeah, great player in his own right too. I absolutely commentated some of his matches. Well, the tail of the tape, and as you'd expect, pretty much Pagulayan in the opening set. This one, not much in it. Too early to tell. 1-1. But Alex has had some open chances. I think it's fair to say, Ben, that neither player has really been at their best to this point.
Yeah, exactly. But it's always the same thing when you have pros. They really try to play their A game, and when there is a bad miss, just like Alex did on the previous rack, then he immediately shift and reset and get back into the match, and that's what he did. He run the previous rack like clearly, good focus. So for the little story, we spoke about Danny. Danny was in the corner of Stefan when Stefan won the World Championship of Straight Pool in 2009. So this is great memory for us, and we are really sad about that Danny passed away.
Useful shot there, developing the 4 and the 5. Now completely opening this rack up.
Oops. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, there was no need for that cue ball to be anywhere near that side pocket. That was an error in judgment, to be sure. And he's lucky if he can see enough of this 4 to be able to make it. I think he can.
Yeah, it's gonna go towards the 8, and we will play the 5 on the side. Still okay, but good recovery there. It's also crazy to see how much they are different. They have different styles. Those Filipinos. You have on one side like players that are really smooth and have a big stroke, like Bustamante or even Efren, and then you see compact players like Biado or Alex. Really different techniques.
Mistake there. Again, a wayward cue ball from Estiola. You'd still expect him to get this off the cushion. It didn't need to be this difficult.
Yeah, and also he would split the ball if he doesn't make it or hang in it. He's gonna split the ball. Whoa, that was too thin.
Yeah.
Way too thin.
Yeah, big error in judgment there. And what a let off. The cue ball's got to travel from the 8 to the 9. Alex is delighted to be able to get out of his chair.
And I'll tell you what, this is not easy. You're kind of funny on this 9. Still okay.
Now safely back in front, peg a line 2-1. securing the 10 there, but big mistake. Positional error from Marcus Diola. It's as much what hasn't been done in this match so far as to what has. A few more people out here, day 2. The action's starting to heat up, as you noted. The winner of this match goes through to the last 32 in the single elimination stages.
I believe there is the winner of this match is going in the winner qualification. There is one more round to go to the last 32, I believe. Because it's 128 players. And remember,
right,
we have 37,500 for the champion here, so it's big money.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ben. There will be 32 on the A side. There will still be a group of players on the other side of the draw too, making up the last 32. So you're right. No, the winner of this doesn't gain a berth into the single elimination. So one more round, I think. But yeah, 37,500, 125,000 the total purse in this event.
Yeah, definitely a really nice pro billiard series season that kicks off with this event.
Alex was trying to feather that cue ball in behind the 4, so he's left a good safety option here, a wall of balls to try and hide behind. And another let off. That should have been a lot darker. But what a messy table.
Yeah. Yeah, good shot there. Taking his time, play safe on the 2. Try to glue that cue ball here. Behind the 9.
And he actually called the 10 there. He knew he was wedging that cue ball between the 8 and the 9. There'd be no chance at the 2, so it was a free roll at the 10. And he got it moving.
I believe he would have liked to glue the cue ball a little bit more to the 9 so that the one rail kick would have been much harder. Because here, when you simply kick at this like with a good speed, you're gonna split the balls anyway, which you did. So now, same story, I believe is going to send the 3 ball up to where the 4 ball is. Up table. Like that. And is avoiding his opponent to take the jump cue here. which is really smart nowadays. That's definitely something you don't want to your opponent to take the jump cue.
All Mark can hope for now is to tie things up, and he has kind of pushed the 5 into an awkward place. But with ball in hand on the 3 here, the 3-10 possible? Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
exactly what
believe.
he's doing.
Yeah, because the 4 to the 5 is really awkward, so he has a chance, he has ball in hand. Makes the combination a lot easier.
Yeah, wants a little extra time. Just ask for the extension to buy a little more of a look at this 3-10 combination for a 3-1 lead. And 3-1 lead it is, confirmed here at the Rio. Pagulayan dictating the pace in the second set as well, already with one set in the bag. And 3-1 in set number 2.
And you see how he played that combo with hard speed and draw shot in case he missed it. He definitely deserves the lead, doing less mistakes than Mark.
We'd like to hit a good break as he comes out of his chair. Try and seal the deal here. Dispense with the formalities, get the handshakes out of the way, and maybe go have lunch. Still work to be done. A lot of work to be done.
Yeah, he didn't maintain the tip position on that break, and that's why he hit the cue ball a little bit higher than he would have wanted. And so the one ball catch the point of the side pocket, and the cue ball goes into the bottom right.
This would be the tonic for an ailing bit of confidence, I think, for Marcus Diola. Run the rack.
Nothing really difficult here. The 8 ball does pass the 10, so the 7 ball is ideal for the shape position on the 8. You see he's a little bit like left eye dominant for a right-handed player. Just like Albinosian, for example.
Yeah, this is a lot better visit. I think just what Mark Estiola needed. Pulls one back off peg line. Still through 3-2 to Alex in the second set. But Mark will break in rack number 6.
Yeah, but it's kind of tough to catch the momentum because racking the hand racking is kind of random. I like it because it's not like the template, and so it's difficult to put racks together. So you never have like easy layouts, like 2 or 3 times in a row. So it's really tough to put packs on your opponent. That's why I like this format, races to 4. But it's the hand racking is probably one of the good points of this format. It's obviously not the same when you're playing a race to 120, for example.
No friends at the table. So the break has been a mystery for both players.
It's a bit there, but I believe Mark is the right edge of the one ball, so might go for a safety himself, try to cut the one, or maybe he can even see the left side of the one ball. It's difficult to say. Oh, that was the shot I was thinking about, but 6 ball was on the way. And it's always difficult to play that type of shots because the cue ball is traveling towards the corner pocket, so you really need to choose the right speed, and it's never easy.
There's half a chance here, though, Ben. I mean, he doesn't have to do much. The 3 ball is a bit of a concern.
Yeah.
But getting from the 1 to the 2, not a problem. So I think Alex will just try and knock this 2 in, play a jam up safety on the 3.
Simple but efficient. The thing is, you need to hit the low side of the 3 ball. Try to send the 3 ball towards I believe it's the 4 and 7. Yeah, like that. And try to keep the cue ball behind the 5, 8, 10. But it's soft speed and touchy shot. No, we didn't elect it to do so, but he got away with it. He only took care of the cue ball there, but he did great.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah,
Little
that's exactly the type
exhibition
of
of
shots
kick
I was
shots
talking
here.
about.
And
Yeah,
Mark, you saw
this
him as he looked at that right-hand cushion, his shoulders just slumped. And that tells me that it may not be available. He's having a look now from the other side, but can he get to enough of that cushion to be able to get to the three? He's got to spin it.
and what a response from Alex Pagulayan there,
Yeah,
from the
no kidding.
position that he was in.
Well, the finish line has arrived. Everything's in the open now for Alex.
And again, the way he took advantage in this rack was from this kick. He was in a tough position on the three ball, and then he managed to really easily make perfect hit on the three to split the balls and get his opponent behind the 5-8-10. So it's really how you win racks when you're a world-class player.
I think he'd like to have come a little further, a little closer to the five here. So still just a bit of work to do. Tough to say whether he's got the angle to be able to draw straight over to the six. Doesn't look like it. Might have to come to the bottom cushion. Nice recovery,
Yeah,
though.
but he had the exact angle to avoid the 10 and pass in between the long rail and the 6, so that was perfect.
Well, the professor looks like he held class. Student challenged him briefly.
Yeah, he deserves the win for sure. Playing good shots, good recoveries, good safeties.
And the Lion roars here at the Rio. 2 straight sets over his teammate Mark Estiola. Alex Pagulayan stays undefeated. Moves into the last 32 of the winner's bracket. And he'll sit down, relax, have a nice lunch, and see who his next opponent will be. But a game fight from Mark Estiola falls just short. Ben, that was a lot of fun. We knew it was going to be very entertaining. A lot of tactical exchanges, great kick shots, but thoroughly enjoyable.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. As always, when Alex plays the game, we always enjoy ourselves. So that's nice for him. And we're gonna have another match. Myself, the next match will be Vitaly Patsura against John Morra, and another great match between two monsters. And I'm really look forward to it. I had a pleasure with you, Jim, and I'll see you on the next one.
You will for sure on the rebound. All the best. Thanks again, Ben.
A very warm welcome, everybody, to the 2025 Kamui Las Vegas Men's Open. We are live from the Rio All Suites and Hotel, and our next match for today is the Ukrainian residing in the USA, Vitaly Patsura, and Canadian John Morra. A great matchup. The game is 10 ball, best out of 3 sets, races to 4, and in the booth for this match we have Benjamin Belhassen and myself, Tim de Ruyter, for you all. Welcome, Ben.
Welcome, pool fans, to the Predator Men's Open part of the Pro Billiard Series Las Vegas 2025. The first event of an 8 events festival during 10 days, including women's, mixed doubles, women challenge of champions, bank pool showdown, the face of a one pocket, a junior showdown also, and a wheelchair exhibition. Total pool for the next 10 days, guys. But let's focus on this match, which is a great match, a big one, between Vitaly Patsura from Ukraine and John Morra from Canada. I have the pleasure to share the booth now with Tim de Ruyter from the Netherlands. And let's start this match. It's going to be a great one. So Vitaly Patsura to break. He's a great improved player last year, past 2 years. Close friend of Fedorgorst. And he actually won a Pro Billiard Series last year. So the first break is dry, and we're gonna see John Morra here from Canada. Also one of the greats of the game, complete player, knows every game. One pocket and banks and rotation games.
Good safety shot there. Nice
Both
opening shot
players
from
are
Morra.
a little bit below 800 Fargo, so it's like top class match we have here. Start with the safety battle.
So first open chance goes to the Canadian. So 2-8 combination here. Nice and steady. We'll have to do some work on the 4 ball. Possible 4-10 combination in the bottom right. Early combinations are a win. Will be interesting to see what he's going to play to get on the 4. Could draw underneath the 9 to still have a cut on the 4 ball. A little bit more of a cut, but if he makes the 4, he's guaranteed center of the table shape on the 5. then we'll still have to take care to get on that 7 ball, as the 9 ball is blocking most of the positional area. So we'll have to think this through. Don't think the 7 goes to the bottom left. That would have been ideal. So key shot here. We will find out if that 7 does go to the bottom left. Yeah, it must go. Cue ball on the rail. Not a very comfortable position to be in. We'll have to see a bigger stroke here to get on the 9. Still, from this angle, it doesn't look like it goes, but from this angle it does. So into the short rail and back out. Well, not very sure if he played that for the side pocket or the corner pocket, but only has one option right now, and that's cutting into the side to 3 rail shape. Then this 10 to open his account. Expecting a close match between these two. Like Benjamin mentioned before, Vitaly Patsura, definitely one of the most improved players in the last, let's say, year or two. John always has been a very stable factor. So, yeah, I think most of the pool fans would say this is really close. Interesting
Yeah,
side note,
definitely.
I just seen one of the interesting things I just seen, I don't know if you just seen that, Ben, is that he took his glove off his hand to break, because he still changes hands for the break and while playing, but he does that without wearing a glove.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw him do this, because in the previous tournament I saw him play. He used to still wear a glove while breaking, while changing hands. Actually, he was changing hand with this glove, but yeah, what a crazy move. I heard it was because of his neck pain, right? Is it right?
I
That he
believe
changed
so.
hand?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the background story, but I just know he used to play right-handed and he switched to left-handed, which is super tough to do. And he's gonna like this
Yeah,
break.
and I heard it was because of he had a really brutal neck pain that did not allow to play anymore. So we decided to go left-handed, which is crazy, I would say. It proves that
Oh.
with dedication you can do a lot with mental toughness. And
Well, he's definitely a very stable player in game and mental, I would say. Has been playing on the Pro Tour for a long time now. A lot of experience, very solid. Well, wasn't trying to get straight on this 4. I would have preferred to have a little angle, but I feel like he's been looking for the right speed on this table so far. But nothing he is not able to solve. Can still draw to the bottom side of the table, I believe. Now, do you consider playing the combination and bumping the 7 off the long rail and have shape on the 5 and have a little bit more space, or would you just leave it like it is?
Yeah, that's a good point. I believe I would nudge the 7 here, but really paying attention not to lose the 5 also.
Ooh.
But he could play also
Just
the 7
okay.
ball in the top right, so I mean,
Yeah, it's just that you don't want to end up straight on that 7 ball to the top right and then having to cut the 10. So if you bring the
yeah,
7 off the rail, but on the other, like, there's two sides. If you play the combination and you bump the 7, you might lose the 5 ball. So
yeah, that's it.
maybe it's a very subtle preference.
So the winner of this match will go to the winner's qualification to enter the last 32 of the event. This is a 128 players event, so double elimination until the last 32.
Yeah, so 2-0, John Morra. Nice break and run. Definitely a good start after a scratch from Patsura in the first game, kicking.
Yeah, I saw in the previous match Alex Pagulayan was breaking really soft, tried to make the 1 on the side, and looks like those gentlemen didn't elect to do the same thing. Actually, it was working pretty good, so it's very difficult to find something that works for the break consistently with the hand racking.
Well, and then also you still have to feel that 1 ball tracking to the side as well. Like a little bit too much spin, or you cut the break slightly off and then the 1 ball doesn't go. So it is a risk. Yeah, there you go. Super close making the 1. Hangs up in the side, and I believe he leaves an open chance for Patsura.
Yeah, that was really a square hit, good solid break, but came up dry. They may choose to play the 5-10 combination, maybe, because remember, it's a winner in this tournament. You can make early 10s, which is not the case in Europe.
It is quite an off-angle combination on the 10 ball though, with the 5. Do you
Yeah.
consider playing shape on the right side of the 5 ball, or do you feel you kind of have to shoot the combination?
Yeah, the thing is, the position of the 4 is quite open, but to reach the 5 is not, is pretty much in a tricky position. So, and in addition, right now is quite flat on the 3, which makes the situation even tougher.
Well,
Yeah,
he
so now
might
he's
be
off
able.
angle. Yeah.
I was going to say, does the 5 go in the right side pocket? Because he could still play 2-rail shape to do so. Don't think he's gonna get close to a possible combination on the 10. Like, we'll
Yeah.
have to play a little bit more distance. Could play a carom also, carom shot on the 10 ball. We'll have to draw back, possibly a diamond or a diamond and a half.
I don't know if he can stun draw that ball underneath the side pocket and going one rail towards the 5 to play it on the side, as you said. Yeah, like that. That's great.
All that 5 ball
Best
must
he-
go in the side.
Yeah. Best he could have done.
Yeah,
Great
solid
shot
strike on the 5 ball. Nice angle on the 6 ball as well. So at least is out of the woods so far.
I kind of like the 2 rails he played on the 6 to create the angle of the short rail.
Yeah, now you would expect him to play the 8 in the corner pocket, or at least, yeah, I was gonna say in the corner pocket. Because if he gets straight, he's always good to get to the 9, and almost every angle you would get on the 8, it's nice to get to the 9 ball. If you had played for the 8 in the side pocket, you can end up with a slight angle going up table, and now things are very difficult.
It's kind of funny here. Not that much of an angle here. Maybe stun draw to pocket the 10 ball in the top right. Oh, yeah. Quite flat. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, he took a risk there to go twice the long rail. Definitely has worked out. Could have been way worse, actually. So this 10 to get his first game on the board, Vitaly Patsura. Yeah, Vitaly, who currently resides in the USA. I believe he lives in the Chicago area, not too far from Federer, but I had a conversation with him a while back where he said everybody always thinks that me and Federer we play every day, but they travel to some tournaments together, but they don't really live near each other. So he moved to the US with his girlfriend, and well, I believe he's been playing a lot better since he's done that.
Yeah, competing a lot. And being in that country where the culture is so strong, for sure. I also love his style. He has a big stroke, a little bit like Fedor.
Oh, good break.
Good spread also. A lot of clear racks for the moment, and big difference with the previous match with Alex Pagulayan. Really tough layouts, and the balls were not spreading really great. So we might see a lot of break and runs if it continues like this.
Well, I'm really surprised he put that little pop on there, because I was probably going to play pocket speed and play the 2 in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I stay away from the rail. So now he's facing a tougher shot. He's guaranteed to have shape on the 3, but you know, under the gun, this is missable.
Definitely, yeah. It's not an easy shot, plus you have to choose the soft speed there to get the cue ball on the 3, so yeah, definitely not an easy shot.
Oh, nicely done. Good recovery. Great on the 3 ball. Yeah, and like you mentioned also, they're both breaking from the side rail, and it goes by momentum too. Sometimes there's like 4, 5, 6 games in a row where you make a ball, it spreads nice. It feels like everything's going your way, but this can also turn to where you get horrible layouts. That's the risk from breaking from the side rail.
Patsura is a Predator sponsored player. He plays with a river shaft, I believe it's 12.4.
Yeah, John Morra recently signing with, I believe, Lucasi, former Predator player.
He plays with the small extension. I believe it's 3 inches, I believe.
Now, can you explain the viewers the positive sides of playing with that extension? Because I feel nowadays there's a lot of people that are using that extension and they're not using it for the reason they think they're using it. Like, not everybody knows why they're using the extension.
Yeah, that's a good question. Myself, I use the same extension, this one exactly, and because I like the power it gives to get a smoother stroke. Because when you use, it's like to be effortless, like to have more weight and not put your arm and your power into play too much. And I also like to have a longer cue to grab it, maybe to have longer bridges sometimes. So this is, I made some adjustments, and I found it was really great to have that extension. It really helps. This is what I believe. But even for tall guy, I'm not that tall, but Patsura is a tall guy, so the taller the guy, the longer the cue.
He might need it.
Yeah.
He might need it, yeah. Okay, so 2 each. We've got ourselves a great opening set here. High level play. It's not like both of them are missing balls all over or scratching and bunch of drama. Both of them are looking solid, showing us that we might have a real tight match all the way through.
Yeah, it really also depends on the layouts and on the, if they make balls on the break, and as you said, it can change from one rack to another. So for the moment, they're both breaking good.
Well, it's making 2 balls on the break now, including shape on the 1. He's not breaking as hard.
Yeah, that's it. And I remember that he made the ball underneath the 1 on the side pocket from e breaks. You see the 8 ball went, and it was the ball underneath the 1 twice in a row. That's interesting.
Well, maybe
It went
maybe
by.
the players also figuring out that when they play less speed on the break, that the balls are maybe moving in a different path, and that they are having 2 chances to make a ball, either the 1 or in this case the 8, the ball underneath.
Yeah.
Ooh. Was not an easy opening shot, but also has missed it by quite a bit, honestly. Lucky
He
to
kind
tie
of
the
rushed
7
it.
ball up, right?
Yeah. But he didn't take his time on this shot. He didn't like take a few practice shots as he used to do, so kind of rushed it, but from the booth it's always easier, right?
Yeah, we never miss a ball.
Okay, Karam on the
Yeah.
7 ball.
Will be interesting to see what kind of shape he's going to play. Is he just going to push the 2 ball near the rail,
Yeah, I
preferring
believe.
not to freeze it on the rail?
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I like
Oh,
how
he
he's
was
played
able.
that because
Yeah,
he hit it so thin.
I didn't think he could go behind the 2 to play on the other corner pocket.
That was a clever little shot right there. Stayed in control, didn't have to shoot something long after, which is a big
Yeah.
plus, big bonus. Chance to sneak away with this game after that missed 1 ball from Vitaly. Could be on the hill first, John Morra.
I have to mention that our friend Alex Montpellier won his first 2 matches and is already in the winner qualification round tomorrow. So that's a good news.
Yeah, we are going to try and keep everybody updated with other matches at the same time, but will be tough. Obviously, there's a lot of matches going on at the same time. Ruslan Shinakov beating Radoslav Babica 2-0. Pegulayan winning 2 matches, I believe. Yeah, won his first 2, beat Mark Estiola, also from the Philippines, 2-0. There's a Dutchman doing well. Both of them, actually. Marco Teutscher won his first 2, and Tim Jonkman, quite unknown name on the international scene. He beat Mika Immonen. So he beat Corey Duel and Mika Immonen in the first 2 matches. It's quite the upset. Okay, let's see. John Morra up on the hill, 3-2 in the first set.
We also had a legend match between Rolf Suke and Bustamante, and Rolf Suke beat Francisco Bustamante 2-0. So that's a great result for him.
Okay, important break coming up for the Canadian. Yeah, there it is. They're not crushing the break as much. Just a little bit more precision. Made a ball on the break. And it's close. He might have a shot on the 1. difficult shape on the 2-ball, right?
Yeah, maybe inside draw, go 3 rails. I don't know if the shot is on, but
It's really,
not an easy
really
one.
tough to say. Tough to say if it goes from here. Well, he's called it.
Yeah, the shot I called wasn't on.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah, I cannot expect him to try and play the right side of the 2. I don't think he played that, right? With top right spin, go long rail, short rail, come back. I think he hit the knuckle of the corner.
This is tough. Tricky position here. Yeah, that was a tough start on the 1-ball, but he got glued behind the 9 and eventually giving ball in hand to Patsura. So now, nothing fancy here.
Yeah, really has opened up the whole rack. Potential hill coming up.
Yeah, the thing is, we have to figure out which angle will he gonna have on the 4-ball to go back to the 7. That's the only little thing that could happen. Yeah, now he has to draw back directly to the 7. Should be okay. Oh, he's going 1 rail, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of the 1-railer.
Yeah,
On the
I
new
would have
cloth,
preferred
it
to
really
draw it.
opens up. Yeah,
Yeah.
either draw and stay away from the 10 or force the cue ball 2 rails, but the 1 rail was a little off. Has to come up with a brilliant jump and then a combination 8-9 here.
Yeah, the way the rail reacted makes me think that even the stun 2 rails would have been better.
Excellent jump shot there from Patsura. Not out of the woods yet, still has to make the combination and also have shape on the 8, but he's played a brilliant shot on the 7-ball.
Nicely done here. Really good control. Then 3 rails into the line of the 10 for the bottom right. Should be okay.
Little longer 10-ball off angle. This is to level the score 3 each. And 3 each it is.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes there from John Morra in the opening 1-ball, and then from Patsura that forced him to to take the jump cue out, which he did really, really well. So hats off to him.
Yeah, definitely made the run out a little bit more difficult, but if you can come up with those excellent shots, it doesn't really matter, I guess. 3 each. Look at the stats. Overall performance favoring John a little bit.
But pretty strong from both sides.
Yeah, if you look, what is the difference? Vitaly missed 1 ball. John missed 1 kick shot where he fouled when he hooked himself just now. So still quite level.
I love this timing of the break. He has such a good timing. The break is so smooth.
Yeah, and again, there is a nice little impact, which at least spreads the balls nice. And he has 2 balls threatening the side pocket, so he definitely found something that seems to be working quite stable, quite consistent. Now, how much of that 2 ball can he hit, and is he able to play a cut combination on the red 3 ball?
Yeah, from here it's tough to say, but tricky position here. Oh, we call the cross bank.
Which is so tough to beat the double kiss.
Yeah.
A little bit surprised he took that on. He could potentially had played a push out too. Just
Yeah.
yeah, the double kiss was so close. Not saying that he's selling out right away here, but John has a good shot here. He can play the cue ball behind the 3, send the 2 ball 2 rails back down table, and stay in control.
Yeah, the thing is they are playing under a shot clock also. So kind of didn't take his extension. A little bit of a rush here. Because by playing the cross bank, the cue ball is going for sure into the 3 ball, so it doesn't play a two-way shot. So, yeah, a little bit careless maybe, but as I said, it's a 30-second shot clock, and it's never easy.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's easier for us in the booth. They do have to handle that shot clock, which is always tough.
Yeah, it's really a different game under a shot clock. What a shot.
Well, he's not going to like the outcome, but I think he actually hit that pretty well. A lot of good things that could have happened. This is possibly one of the worst results that could have happened to him.
Yeah, exactly. But still a lot of work to do here to control the angle on the 3 to go up table for the 4. Yeah, that was not easy. Because he was queuing above the 4, like jack up, so it's not easy to control.
Chose to
Came up short.
play more conservative. I think he was playing a more conservative shot there, just not to leak the 3 off the rail.
Yeah, actually, I think it's better to create more distance between the two balls. Like, even if the 3 ball had moved a little bit further, but the cue ball has to be on the short rail or at least in the corner. Because now Patsura can maneuver something. Oh, he hit it thick. He hit it really thick here.
Well, nothing he will lose the game with, I believe. John just checking if that 3 does go in the side past the 9, but it's tight. Guess he will have to jack up to the corner, yeah.
Big shot there.
Yeah, excellent cueing, and has played himself into a position where he can close out the set. Needs good speed control here to get on the 5. Well, it's up for the grabs. 6 balls remaining to close out this opening set. John Morra.
And what a stroke that was on the 3 ball. Jack up 100 miles an hour in the top right.
Yeah, definitely one of those shots that is easily missed. Under the gun too, knowing that if you make that shot that you have a perfect opportunity to close out the set. Oh, here it is, the stem ball to take the opening set. Yeah, will be disappointing for Patsura, who definitely had the opportunity to win this set. And he's going to take a break to make sure to come back fresh for the second set. So I guess we're going to take a small break too. We'll be right back. Welcome back, pool fans all around the world. We are back with the second set between Vitaly Patsura and John Morra. Here you have John Morra breaking off in the second set as Patsura broke off in the first set.
Yeah, and very few mistakes in the first set. Both players was breaking the balls good and running out. Few mistakes here and there, but very close match. Again, a good break, but a tough opening. The 3-ball is pretty locked.
Okay, has opened up the 3-ball. Has done quite nicely. The rack is open for the taking. We'll have to play a couple precise positional shots to get there, but definitely has a good chance here.
First two shots were really excellent. Either the 1-ball and the 2-ball he just played to get close to that 3-ball.
Okay, so we'll have to get to the center of the table, near the center of the table to get something on the 5.
Great shot there.
Great speed there. Now could choose to go into the rail and to bump the 8, guaranteeing a shot on the 6. Could also float this in and take more cut to the center pocket.
Yeah, that's what it looked like when you went to see the line of the 6. Yeah, just like that. Ooh.
Well, that's the risk playing it this way, is that the 8 does come into play, but he doesn't look too shook, so I guess it still goes.
Yeah. Still had a good margin to play that 7-ball on the side, going 3 rails, so nothing really fancy here. Mr. Smooth is gonna run this rack smoothly. He's really
Mr.
focused
Smooth.
and stable, as you said. Yeah.
So the opening rack goes to John Morra. Break a run out. Excellent run out there. And I believe one of Vitaly's downfalls in this kind of events could be the shot clock. I would say he has a huge grind, but just not with the shot clock, or not as much with the shot clock. So as long as if John can put the pressure on Patsura, I would say he's in a pretty good position to do so. Well, I feel this time he broke the balls more firm. A little bit different than how both of them have been breaking the balls overall.
Yeah.
So momentum switch possibly.
Yeah, pretty open rack here, and good opportunity for Vitaly to run this one. But as you said, he broke the balls a little bit harder, controlling the cue ball really nice, but the spread was not the same. The power into the rack was not the same.
Oh.
Yeah, he miscued, I
Miscue.
believe.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I felt like he had a very long bridge hand.
Yeah.
It could
And
be one of
also
the
a
reasons why he
yeah.
miscued there.
Yeah, also a very slow and long pullback on the last stroke. Like maybe decelerate a little bit into the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not the purest of strokes, and good shot for Morra is putting Patsura right back at the table in trouble. 2 rails, has to miss the 5 and be able to spin the ball quite a bit, or is he going 1 rail? No. Yeah, I was gonna say he had to put a lot of spin on there to open up that angle.
Yeah.
So, and look at his layout. He doesn't really have to do crazy much traveling. Just gotta maintain. I believe it's just about maintaining the angles.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we talked about when we were talking about the shot clock. That's exactly the type of situation where if you have more time, and he would have considered putting more spin on the ball, as you said, and he probably would have made contact and not giving ball in hand. And this is only because of the shot clock, I believe.
Yeah, on the kick shot, I agree. Now, if you look at it from the beginning, because he miscued on that opening shot, he's finding himself possibly 2-0 down. So it's all tied together. A little bit straighter on this 4 ball, I think so. At least I prefer a little bit more angle on the 4, but maybe he's fine. I mean, top left should be okay.
Yeah. Left eye dominant for the left-handed Morra. I don't know when he was playing, so right-handed he was maybe left eye dominant also.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't think the eyes change whether you play left or right-handed. I would assume so. Played a good shot there. Great speed. Good angle on the 7.
I believe it's difficult enough to change hands with not having to change the eye dominant, right?
Well, and also, let's say he was going to try and change his, like what eye he's using to aim on the shot, then he's going to be looking at where he's aiming also in a completely different way, which I would not like to teach myself that twice in my life. One time
Yeah.
was enough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a great shot there. Was thinking he was going to play 2 rails with inside spin.
Yeah.
Playing with outside spin, the 10 ball did come into play, so quite off angle. We'll have to cut and let the cue ball go 4 rails. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful cue ball. He's on the 10 for a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, break and run on the first rack from Morra, and then miscued from Patsura in the second game, and he's done the break.
Now let's go over the stats. What do you see, Benjamin? Any big differences?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, the overall performance, of course, because the number of balls pocketed is different. But I tell you what, it's a pretty close match. Like 1 or 2 mistakes and that's it. Races to 4 is really what I see in difference. Big difference is in the safety. The safety plate that John has, the last 2 racks was really stable, really strong, and he forced Patsura to give him ball in hand. So he deserves his lead.
Yeah, I think it has been a matter of small details. But in the end, pool is a very fine sport. It's not always just missing balls all over or missing shapes. It can be safeties, kicking, banks, jumps, break. Everything is in it.
Yeah, and again
And
the same type of break, like harder, and the spread is not that good.
I'm just very surprised actually, because if you look at your opponent and your opponent is breaking like 50% of speed and is making balls on the break, there is no doubt in my mind to start doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, they kind of break the balls like 9 ball small to get the pop, and the spread is not that good doing so.
Well, let's see here. I believe he can play for a 3-5 combination as long as he leaves the cue ball near the left long rail. 6 ball seems to be going to the bottom left corner, so not too much trouble laying at the table.
Yeah. Nicely done.
A little bit more off the rail though than he probably would have wanted to. But just gotta make sure that 3 ball doesn't go all the way to the right long rail. The speed is going to be a big factor here.
Exactly. You really want the 3 ball not to go further than the third diamond on the short rail. Oops, as we said.
Oh. And it's those little shots so far in this match where Vitaly has been struggling, in my opinion. Like it's those small touch where he's just not feeling it, not that well at least. Small
Yeah,
mistakes. Still has a good chance here to play a good safety and battle it out, but there is no better move than the run out.
yeah, absolutely. And maybe he's left a window here.
Yeah, I think he has. So John is going to put the 3 in the center of the table, cue ball behind the 6-10, trying to leave a very difficult jump. I think he's played that perfect as well. Yeah, this is possibly the worst jump you can take on, but I feel he has to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all up
And
for the grabs here for John.
so would you consider playing the 3 and for the 4 on the side and going 3 rails around to the 6?
I kind of like shooting the 4 in the side because it doesn't really matter how you land on the 4, you can get to the 6. If you land
Yeah.
straight, you draw straight over. If you land too much angle, you can go 2 rails and you open up the 6-10. Or you can possibly go 3 rails like you said. So I did like to play the 4 on the side this time. Oh, how is the speed? Maybe a little low. Low and on the rail. No doubt. He's jacking up. He's playing fast.
Yeah, the 10 ball helped him to control the cue ball for the 7. Nicely done.
Oh, he's looking very smooth so far. Interesting to see that he actually played that 3 rails around. Most of the players
Yeah.
would like to keep it simple, but this is also showing me how comfortable he's feeling within the arena
Yeah,
and on
that's
this
true.
equipment.
Yeah, especially on those slidey new cloth, you'd rather play like Astonish and slides around long rail instead of going 3 rails. But as you said, is feeling really confident. So
Yeah, perfect on the 10 to get on the hill. Vitaly Patsura in big trouble. Not if Morra makes a 10, but when Morra makes a 10.
yeah, great match so far from John Morra.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's not really huge mistakes at all in this match, but well, besides that one miscue Vitaly had, I mean, obviously that is a big mistake. But that's probably the only shocking mistake he's had in 2 sets time.
Yeah, we also can remember the one ball that he rushed a little bit, missing by far.
Oh
the
yeah,
first
that was
set.
2 each. He had a good chance to go 3-2.
Yeah,
It was one big
that was
shot after
also
the
huge.
break, checked up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
But that's it.
that's the weird thing. Like that was not like he missed it by a bit, but then still it was a missable shot. Like it was not a hanger,
Yeah, of
but
course.
like miscuing, leaving your opponent ball in hand, stuff like that. It's just John knows his way when you do that. Oh, there goes the one. Possibly shape for a 2-10 combination in the side to seal the deal. If he likes to go aggressive. Could still play safe though. Cue ball in between the short rail and the 9 is an option. Or roll up on the 10 is also an option.
Yeah. The point is when you break the balls good, you still have the control of the table, even if you can't run out. But you can also thin the 2 ball, sending it to the 9 and send the cue ball up table. Also, he has many options. Yeah, I like that. I like that because no jump.
Oh, definitely
And really
found.
tough to reach the 2.
Yeah, he definitely found a way to take a bunch of kicking out. Now, will he have to kick just past the side? And then I would probably kick past the side and then load the cue ball up with a lot of right spin to open up. Oh. Well, that was a good hit. A little bit
Yeah.
fortunate, but it's also nice to feel that Lady Luck can be on your side at times. Well, we will see the jump cue out. I can guarantee you that. Definitely a makeable jump and a possible shot on the 3 ball to the side pocket.
Yeah, that's why maybe Morra is not happy with this, but it's part of the game sometimes.
You see, this is the interesting part. He was already about to shoot the ball to then go up when the beeper is there to call the extension. He could have already called the extension and just make sure he has plenty of time. You see, this is just being rushed. And look at that 10 ball. Oh, look at that 10 ball. He's left the 3-10 combination straight in.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the 7 and the
that's gonna
9
be
are
all.
really messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, but look from this angle. If you look at the 3 and the 10,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
going to be all, folks. This is done.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
why would he play that? I am flabbergasted.
Actually, he wanted to hit the 7 ball thick and stay on the 3 on the side, on the other side pocket, I believe.
Well, just very interesting. He does have a shot on the 3 ball. We'll have to force follow all the way up table. Yeah, and he's missed that.
Tough.
Well, another lifeline for Patsura. What does he get? What does he get? A safety, but at least something to work with.
It looked like the 3-10 combination on the side was straight, even if the balls were a little bit far from each other, but he really wanted to play that and nudge the 9 ball and stay on the 3, but he didn't.
Well, it's also that he had ball in hand. He was able to position the cue ball on the 2 to where he had a really high chance to get straight on that 3-10 combination. So,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I mean, I guess I will just have to accept the fact that he didn't play it and let's move on. I guess so. It hurts, but it's okay. 2-rail escape. Ooh, he's caught it full. Shot for Patsura. Unless, did it get awkward? I think it did get
That
awkward.
tricky position,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, I believe he can pocket this on in the corner, but it's like close. Like drawing a little bit, but I don't know if it jacks up over the 7. That could be a, yeah, he's jacking up, so he's not gonna go for the shot for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wow.
And again, I seen the beeper. So imagine it took him so much time to figure out what he was going to play on that shot. So another ball in hand and another chance for Morra here to seal the deal. Still some work to do. Has to get ideal on the top side of the 4 to get back down table for the 5. Nicely done.
Yeah, it's perfect. Also, again, if you can play this shot like a follow and go off the short rail to create the angle, would be perfect. Yeah, like that. That's great.
So probably 1 rail out, center of the table.
Oh, good shot there.
Yeah,
Kind of
interesting
small
to
stun.
see. Interesting to see his pinky moving out every time he strokes the ball. We had a little close
Yeah.
up. You can see on his pinky goes out. Interesting. That's also the beauty of the game, is that everybody has their little things that makes them special. It's like whether how they hold the cue, what kind of bridge hand, their stance. Everything has their little personal thing to it. Yeah, good cueing. Tough times in the chair for Patsura. Let's see if Morra is playing. Oh, he's going 2 rails forward, I guess. Oh. Just okay. If he makes the 9, crossover for the 10 in the side. Shape is guaranteed. Only has to make the 9.
Yeah, and Patsura will have to regroup to go to the loser side and grind to get back to the last 32.
So there it is. John Morra advances to the winners qualification, beating Vitaly Patsura 2-0 in straight sets. This was Benjamin Belhassan and myself, Tim de Ruyter. Thank you all for tuning in. And we do have one more match at 4:30 p.m. local time in Vegas. So make sure you tune in. It's either going to be the 1 pocket match or I believe it is the Spaniard. I'm not too sure actually at the moment. Anyways, we have plenty more action to come, so make sure you tune in. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Tim.